Hey everybody, good Saturday morning, top of the morning to you. Hope you slept good last night. I was going to sit outside and read this morning post, and then it started raining on me. So here we are inside my little dining room in Constance's house in East Point. The About to get my umbrella and get my morning walk going. But top of the day to everybody. Hope you're okay today. The Morning Post this morning, I seen on Facebook where a couple of days ago a huge plantation, former slave plantation in Louisiana, burned to the ground. And a lot of people rejoice at that. These big wedding venues and stuff that people use with former slave plantations. So the Morning Post is along that line, balmy with a light breeze blowing this morning. The drive up to Oak Alley, an old historic slave plantation in St. James Parish, Louisiana, sitting across the road from the Mississippi River, felt odd to me. Almost like, do I want to be here? Ava and I were leaving the French Quarter and were driving to Texas as we traveled across the country that year, driving out to San Francisco, or up to San Francisco. We made many pit stops along the way. You know, the Grand Canyon, Yosemite, Carlsbad Cavern, which was real interesting, the White Sands Monument, the painted, I could just go on. We did all kind of stuff. Sammy, my friend, had visited Oak Alley one time, and he told us, he said, y'all should stop by there and see it. It's very interesting to see that and how people used to live back then. It was a weird energy for me, though. It left me feeling a little like, am I dishonoring the people who were held against their will as slaves by coming here? I remember seeing chains in the slave quarters. I remember seeing chains. The white people who guided the tour were dressed in clothing from that era. They spoke of all of the renovations and in much detail about the white family that owned the slave plantation, about how hard their lives were, how they all died, how they lost everything, how their children died young. But hardly a word about any of the human beings that were slaves. It felt odd to me. When I looked in the little slave huts, as they were called back then, I could have easily cried. I thought, why would anyone want to hold their weddings at a place like this? They talked about how they were booked for weddings and events all year. I see online a lot of people were happy to see another former big slave plantation burned to the ground. I get it. But I also get the good in keeping them to remind white people like myself about the chains. The chains that were used to chain human beings as slaves. I'm sure one day if I could walk through the gas chambers at Auschwitz, I would feel a certain way also, as if I would want to cry. I thought as Ava and I walked around the plantation that afternoon that we both had different feelings about it. Neither of us liked it, but we come from two separate worlds about why we don't like it. As we head toward June, it has gotten hot here in Atlanta. I have to get my walk in early in the morning or late in the evening. A breeze is blowing out here this morning as I was sitting out in my garden. Our slave history will always be a part of America, a part of us, a part of me. No amount of book cleansing or book banning or stripping Black history studies from Kennesaw State Hospital will remove that bloodstain. It was just so horrible. I remember seeing chains, y'all, where some were chained in the little huts, the slave huts. Good Saturday morning, sweet people. Today I will rejoice and be glad for this day. It may be a day for me to find me a biscuit somewhere. Ava's out of town. I ate soul food yesterday at one of my favorite little soul food restaurants over here on Jonesboro Road in Forest Park. I had black-eyed peas, collards, cornbread, baked chicken with dressing and that chicken giblet gravy poured over it. and I finished it with some banana pudding. A lot of that kind of eating that I love, was passed down to black people from their slave ancestors. It is still my favorite dish of food. Yeah. I saw chains, y'all. Good Lord, chains. The picture over on my Facebook page, Ocala Plantation.